Okay guys, so we're off here. This is kind of a lean and mean mission here. I just kind of threw a bunch of stuff in this boat, and it's so loaded up. I have almost a full tank of gas, plus extra, plus a dinghy on top, a kayak, a bunch of camping gear, food, ice, a couple 6-packs of beer, and the $1,000 Bayliner won't even get up on plane, or it barely does. It's basically plowing. So I guess by default this is just going to be kind of a slow trip, which I'm used to and happy to do. I just kind of set the RPMs at about 7 knots, and we're just going to treat it like a trawler. And our first stop is 14 Mile Point Lighthouse. I've been promising you guys for quite a while to see the inside of it, so I'm going to anchor off. It's a beautiful day just right around the corner. I'm going to drop the dinghy and we're going to go in and we're going to get some pictures. Stay tuned. Okay guys, we're just going to go around the bend here and drop anchor, then I'll drop the dinghy, put the motor on it, and we will come back here and tour the abandoned 14 Mile Point Lighthouse on 14 Mile Point, Lake Superior. Are you ready to go look at the lighthouse, Safety Beagle? Okay guys, so we made it. I beached the dinghy. I forgot a leash. I told you I forget at least one thing every time, so I took the rope off the dinghy and I put it on wavy here. Let's go explore the inside of the 14 Mile Point Lighthouse. Go. So I've been told by people who grew up around here that this is a lot easier to visit from land. There's some ATV trails that come in from the woods, but I've never done it. I mean, I suppose I could, but this is the second time I've actually got out of the boat and come and explored it close up. And I just do it by water. I'm going to tie Wavy up. She might start screaming, but I'm not going to drag her in here. Just give me 1 second. Okay guys, let's start with the main building first. There is several buildings on this property. I guess that's a step. Let's see if I can do this. I mean, it's definitely seen better days. Not too long ago, it was actually a pretty intact structure, but it had a fire. I want to say back in the 90s. There was like a party going on, and somehow it caught on fire, and then it started going downhill from there. Looks like those bricks are ready to fall on someone's head. That's some pretty wildflowers out here. I think these are called tiger lilies. I know I've said it before, guys, but this is the way my brain works. Every one of these bricks had to be laid by hand. Think about it. The mortar had to be put in place, and the brick had to be set by an artisan of the time, probably getting paid next to nothing and raising his family. And it just amazes me. It just reminds me how easy modern life is. Almost too easy. Like, if you really think about it, life was never supposed to be quite as easy as we have it now. Or maybe it's just not supposed to be. We're never supposed to decouple labor with livelihood. Might be a way to put it. I don't know. Still working on it. I'm sure someone's thought about it already, but I tend to discover things on my own. Yeah, I love just old rock work and old brick work and arches. Beautiful. And how the corners are set with different kinds of stone. Sorry about that. Then there's this wooden building back here. I don't know what the story is. Maybe this was the lighthouse keeper's quarters. Let's take a peek inside. There's Wavy screaming in the background. Yep. And then an old homestead is never quite complete without an outhouse. It's another outbuilding made of brick, so I'm guessing it had something to do with the lighthouse. Maybe that's I don't know, maybe that's the original outhouse, or I don't know. Then there's this building. You can always see it first from the water. I don't know what this was. I'm sure we have a museum in town who, you know, there's even a book written about this, a short one, this place. And it will answer all these questions, but I just go about it a little different myself. I just kind of keep everything kind of a mystery, so you're not going to get like a history lesson from me. But it has this, has a smokestack. Maybe it was like the steam room or the, I'll bet you anything. My buddy in town, John, you'll see him in the comment section sometimes. He knows a lot about the history of the area, even though he's not from the UP originally. And he might chime in and tell us specifically what these buildings were for. But my guess this was like, you know, the power station for running the lights or running the horn or something like that. My guess anyways. Let's see if I can get in here. It says posted no trespassing. And it is probably the most complete building on the site. It has a metal roof on it, and it's in, you know, pretty good shape. $14 Point Lighthouse has been for sale for quite a while. If you go on a real estate site like Zillow, sometimes it's listed up there. The price keeps dropping. It comes with like 100 acres or something like that. And I don't know. They've asked like $1 million for it at one time. No one's bought it in years, so I really don't know what the story is, but it certainly is historic, and it's very remote, and it might be a good place to be with the world changing as it is. Here's some evidence of the fire that happened decades ago. Wood frames are burned out. So this gives you an idea how shallow it is and why they probably built a lighthouse here. Is I'm walking the dinghy out, and it's still only, I don't know, a couple feet deep. It's just like shell rock or shelf rock, or, you know, it's kind of like little shelves that just gradually fall deeper and deeper. But I'm standing up to my waist right now, so. Okay guys, well I'm going to start the engine here and take off and head back to the boat, but I hope you enjoyed this tour of a place that doesn't get visited too often, 14 Mile Point Lighthouse.